to Lady Talk, our first ever Lady Talk here. We are the Real Single Ladies of Toronto. Let me introduce. First we have
Deidre. Hi.
Next,
I'm Tasha. Hello.
I'm Gabrielle. Hello.
And I'm Elle.
I think definitely it matters whether your partner's parents like you or not, because your family has a great influence on who you are as a person and what you accept and whatnot. And you don't want to go through a struggle with the family for your entire relationship. So I think it's better if you start off in a relationship and your partner's parents don't like you.
Girl, let me cut you off right there, okay? Because if you are in love with a man, in love with this man, and his mama says, I don't think so, heifer, you ain't marrying my man, but you guys are in love and he wants to marry you, you're gonna say, sorry, I can't be with you because of your mom?
Well, you have a point there, but at the same time,
I'm listening.
okay, at the same time, if it depends on how your partner reacts or responds to his family as well. So you got to take into consideration whether or not he's going to, you know, listen to a lot of, depending on how he responds. If he treats you as a woman and responds appropriately.
Responds appropriately to who?
To you. And
Have any of you been in that situation? Have any of you actually been in a relationship where your partner, yeah,
I've never been in that kind of situation. A lot of the times I get along with like my partner's parents or whatever the case may be. If it boils down to a situation where the mother doesn't like me for whatever reason, I mean, I'd like to get down to as to why. Like, what is the reason behind why, you know, your mom or your dad doesn't like me? And I would try to find a way to fix that. You know what I'm saying? I really would love to say, oh, well, I don't care, I love my man, you know, the parents don't matter, but it's a big deal. Like, at the end of the day, these are people that I'm going to see, I'm going to hang out with when I have my first child, you know, they're gonna meet their grandchild. So I would want to try and fix the situation as much as possible. I mean, personally, that's just me.
I agree.
Most definitely.
would you date someone that has already dated or had a one-night stand with someone you know? So, I've gone out with or had a one-night stand with someone that you know. Would you then date them? It never worked out with me and that dude, but in another world, another day, another life, you came across with, what do you think?
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
That's a really tough one.
I know.
My first response would be no, because you just don't cross those boundaries. But it depends, like, if this happened, like, you know, when you're like 12.
My response would have been, yeah, why the hell not? I mean, it happened in the past. However, this is where where I'm on the fence, is because how well do I know that person? Not the one I'm dating, but the one that he dated. And as well as, depending on the relationship that they had, can I trust them together in a social setting? Friend, this and that. Will I always have that inside of me, like, oh, he's always slept with her, you know what I mean? Have that feeling. So I'm on the fence with that one. I don't know.
Personally, I feel like, sorry to cut you, but I feel like we don't own anyone.
No.
And what if, you know, that relationship that you had with that person is what was supposed to happen to bring you to the other person? Yeah. And I mean, if it didn't work out with you and that's going to bring your friend happiness,
right, that's what my answer would have been. Yes.
Stop it.
Yeah.
In the same breath, then you heifers better date anyone that I've ever gone out with, because I don't have a problem with it.
Wow.
Next. Are we done?
No. No, well, I mean, I didn't really get to answer that question,
go ahead.
I don't see it as a big deal. I mean, like, there's always an explanation behind something, every scenario or situation. So for me, it's like, you know, if you had a one-night stand with somebody that I know, like, what came about that? Like, how did that happen? Like, why did that happen in the first place? Or, you know, whatever the case may be. I mean, if the person can give me, you know, a simple explanation, I'm not going to dwell on it. move forward and, you know, get to know that person for themselves and not based off of what they did.
And not to mention, it's a small world.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
We all know one another. We're all connected in some way.
In some way. You know, we know somebody that knows somebody who knows somebody. So I don't think it's not a big deal.
Who that person is.
Tasha and I found out today that we found out that we know a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it freaked me out. Yeah. And I was just like, you know what? I don't even want to know about these stories. I know these people in a totally different light.
Yeah.
It's actually feels almost like an invasion of your privacy.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It feels like an invasion of your privacy.